Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently making a wee bit of a power play here. Specifically, what we're looking to do is we're looking to vassalize this guy. Once he is vassalized, we're going to look to take this area over, of course. We're going to have some domain limit issues. That's fine. We're absolutely not surprised about that one. We're going to group together, and do we come over here and siege first? Is this technically within the territory, like the de jure territory? I don't know actually how we get ticking war score in a vassalization war. I guess we'll see. So an ally joins the war. He's got about 3,000 troops right now. Okay, so we're going to let them walk away for a bit here. We have, of course, some siege weapons. These guys awkwardly walked directly into us. Okay, I guess we'll take 29 prestige. Why not? I see this siege occurring up here. I'm tempted to go get it. I'm very tempted here. How much do we need to actually progress this? 400? Okay. Let's split off our mangonels and say this unit of levy troops. I want to go up here and fight these guys. Why would that be chances even? More men-at-arms counter. Okay, fair enough. We should win that, though. I'm not too concerned about that one. So let's get ourselves a siege commander if we have one. Unfortunately, we don't, so I'm just going to put this guy in charge here. This siege force might be a little bit vulnerable here. Yeah, they're running away. That's exactly what I expected to see there. So they don't think that it's even. Now, here it might actually be even. They're defending a river crossing, they're defending in mountains, they have a better army commander, allegedly. Enemy defensive advantage minus 50% though, and +2 battle roll in mountains. That seems pretty decent, and we have a really good numbers advantage. I say we roll the dice here. Let's see what happens. This is about the best defensive position they're going to find, though. So we'll see. Advantage is strongly on our side, and we win it. Beautiful. That is absolutely magnificent. We're going to grab at any cost here, allowing us to sell titles, which we're going to do immediately. There we go. How dare you shame me so? Okay, so that is fine. We're going to head down over this direction and get a farms and fields upgrade. Right, this requires battlements. Okay, so we'll continue to upgrade this. Phenomenal. Okay, I see them coming this direction. We want to head northward here. We finished up this siege, and we want these guys to come southward and intercept this force if we can. Cool. I also see a construction that we can do in Zaragoza. We definitely want to get that going. So that'll be absolutely fine. They are currently fleeing from us. Okay, so we're going to move on in over this way. We're at 29% war score here so far. We're going to start up a siege over this direction, and we're just going to keep our... What do we actually need to siege this? 745. Okay, so let's move out... We're at 581. Let's move about 200 troops up over here. This is noted. I'm not exactly sure what their plan is going to be here. I don't think we catch them out over here, but perhaps we do here. Yeah, we do catch them here. Magnificent. We're going to fight them here, and we're going to win that. This should be an easier fight for us than the one that was up here. There's also this force over here. It looks like their ally is embroiled in his own war. So that's absolutely great. So we win that battle, and now we're going to come back over this direction. I'm actually going to park us here, where we can control the territory a little bit better. And we'll just keep an eye on where they appear. We should have decent notification unless they appear here and then just run straight in. But we'll see. We'll see. So this siege is underway. They are heading this direction and looking like they want to group up. Okay, so if they're going here, we absolutely take out this force. Beautiful. Now, he makes a beeline here, right? That would be the move I would make right now. Yes, that is what is happening. And we don't get out of there in time. That is unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed. So we're going to try to retreat from here as soon as we can. It's stack wiped. That is very sad. It's not shocking. It's not shocking at all, but it is sad. Okay, he's gearing up for something up over there. That's fine. For the time being, I'm not too concerned about that. I do want to get our men-at-arms grouping back up over here. We've got 1 out of 10 mangonels at this point, so we'll just re-raise over this way, and we'll see what we end up getting. But we do need to catch this force up here. If he's going to siege here, that's really good for us, actually. He is not. Okay, we're going to turn around. He's just running off into Castile. We're going to come down this way and deal with this force. He is not in a position to stop us. Do we have mangonels here? Yes, we do. Beautiful. So, at this point, he's running away. We're going to move down like so, and now we're not going to split up our force, I think. We just need to group together. Now that puts us at 44. Well, the main problem here comes down to this army. We're going to move up over here and get this siege done. I'm interested in 17 months. He does have 10 mangonels, but this is a higher level fort. He is now running away. Okay, he has determined the same thing that I did, which was that he was not going to win that siege curve, so he's coming here instead. Noted. That's reasonably fine. We've got 6 months here. And they have how long? 6 months on their siege as well. Okay, so we're going to have to make a move here. Specifically, we know that we need 745 troops here. So we split off our mangonels, and I'm going to split off 742, and then we'll move over another, say, 50 or so to about 800. These guys can then come down here. This is saying we'll probably lose, but I don't actually believe it. Or do I? We would have the defensive here. We've won against this multiple times, but that is a good collection of men-at-arms. Perhaps we should hire mercs, just to make sure. Yeah, I think we should. What type of mercs do we want here? The question then becomes... He has a lot of archers, and he doesn't really have spearmen, so hiring something like these light horsemen would not be a bad idea. So we're going to group up over here. Not you guys. Keep sieging. We're going to group up over here. He is now running into this location that... Actually, he's turning around. This is very interesting. Why would he be wanting to fight here? Is a question we need to ask. The answer is he's not wanting to fight here. He wanted to sneak up through here and stack wipe our siege force again. But that's not going to happen. We end up catching him, and we easily defeat that army again. That puts us at 82% war score. Beautiful. So from here, I want to head this direction. We're going to wrap up this siege that could theoretically end the war. I'm not convinced that it will. But it could theoretically. He's heading this direction. This seems fine. We're going to gain a little bit of gold here. War is over. Beautiful. So we enforce those demands. And that unlocks this war. I'm not sure what's going on here. We're defending against this guy. Okay, mildly awkward. Mildly awkward indeed. So we're going to need to do something about this Duke, right? No doubt about that. I'm going to demand his conversion, and he's probably not going to accept us. That is going to give us... He created a dissolution faction. No, we're not going to bargain for his soul. We actually want him to commit a crime here. So him committing a crime here means that we would be able to revoke the title if we didn't have a truce. But we could just imprison him. He would not accept it, and that, of course, means we're going to have to fight him again. This is not shocking. Vegetable fields have been constructed. Okay. And now I'm wondering what this guy is planning on doing. Ticking war score will be on our side. And this siege is going quite quickly, so that's great. We do have a number of constructions that we can commence up over here. So we'll get going one of those. Yeah, the siege is going very quickly. Rising militarism, huh? Your people will have to help themselves. We're very busy right now. No doubt about that. We are exceptionally busy. So he's like coming out over here? Or just going for the war goal? I'm honestly unsure what his plan is here. I'm going to split off some of these forces, up to about 800, and we're just going to walk down this direction while we look to intercept this force. If he's trying to go after the war goal, this isn't going to work. We're going to catch him up here. Maybe. Yeah, we're going to catch him. And we win that battle. This siege is, of course, underway. Ah. Well, that's unfortunate. Are these mercs? Did he hire mercs to deal with this? I think so. We can't get out of there, but they're not going to stack wipe this time. So that's okay. We're going to move on down this way, and we're going to retreat here as soon as we can. There we go. No stack wipe. Phenomenal. These must be mercs, right? I'm 95% certain that these are mercs. We have no leadership here. This guy should be in charge. And we'll get these turned on around. Yeah, we'll take this fight. That sounds good. There's a dangerous faction here. This is the Disillusion faction, which is literally just this guy. We're going to deal with him soon. There's also some populists that I'm not too concerned about. We need to get out of this war. That is the current top priority. We have a stewardship perk available, and we're going to take Avaricious. Phenomenal. Okay, so we're winning this battle, slowly. Farmsteads have constructed up over this way. We can definitely get another construction going, and we'll certainly do that. Yes, show in the Countess and her 50 gold, and also her renown. That is very important to us. Beautiful. This war is now over, and we can enforce those demands. We get some gold out of that. Cool. So we put our forces down. That allows our forces to properly start to regenerate. Now, this guy is a problem. If we imprison him, he'll incite the Disillusion faction to revolt early. Now, we're low on our soldier count at this moment. There's no doubt about that. We may want to wait to do this until our soldiers regenerate. Also, these bowmen are currently unstationed. And we should station them somewhere. There we go. That'll do for now. Now, I would very much like to increase the size of these regiments, but for the moment, this will do. Okay. So the Disillusion faction, we're going to fight quite soon. Maybe we just... he's now too weak to send an ultimatum. Okay. Yeah, now that we've put our troops down, that does make sense. So how many troops does he actually have? 2533? That does seem relatively manageable. I'm going to let our forces regenerate a bit, though, before we actually trigger this. We can extort subjects, which we're definitely going to do. Why take a little when we can take a lot? And we're going to get 750 gold out of that. I'd love to upgrade this castle, but we can't do that yet. We can instead upgrade our quarry here. We can upgrade our hill farm. We can upgrade our hunting ground. And we could put this money into men-at-arms, but I'm deliberately choosing not to here because I don't feel like it's necessary at this moment, and I'd rather have the economic growth. So that's fine. We're going to let our men-at-arms regenerate for about one more month tick here. There we go. This is good enough. This ransom is acceptable. We'll take 30 gold. And we're going to imprison this guy. So he's going to rise up in rebellion with other disgruntled vassals. Beautiful. So we're going to imprison him. And we're going to raise all of our troops over here. Actually, no we're not. No we're not. We're going to raise up our troops here. There we go. Beautiful. So he declares his war, and we're going to just immediately start a siege of his capital. We'll keep an eye on what he's doing here. He raised up down this way, which buys us some time. He's going to head up over here. This seems fine. We've only got 8 months on this siege, right? So, sounds good. He's sieging up here. I'm okay with this. Whatever. This is a war against tyranny, so we have to hold our capital. We'll have ticking war score just by default. One thing we could certainly do is leave 600 troops here and go fight him, and I don't think that's a bad idea. We could leave behind our Merc force here, plus, like, this unit of levies and our mangonels. And then we just walk over and fight him. Yeah, we'll take 143 casualties, but I feel like that's fine. We can also put this guy in, who's the Merc leader. He has a siege boost, so that's absolutely wonderful. We'll do just that. I do note this populist faction. It's not surprising. Okay, so we're going to catch him up over here. Beautiful. And his capital will be sieged very shortly. War is, of course, very under control here. No problem whatsoever. We're at 20% war score right now. So that looks great. We're going to continue to head down. I'm not sure where exactly he's retreating to. Let's see what we get out of the capital here. Actually, we captured him. War's over. Beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for. So we enforce our demands and disband our troops. Now, we cannot revoke his title because we have a truce. And that was understood. I want to revoke the title. I think all we're going to do for now is we're going to move him to the dungeon. Because in the dungeon, they're likely to die from illness or suffer mental breaks. I think they're also less likely to be able to escape. So we're just going to stick him in the dungeon for now. And the question is, how long is our truce? 8 months? Okay, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. So, we're going to have to deal with this dangerous faction, and I want to get a few additional constructions going here, so we'll get a hill farm underway. But this was a big move right here. That puts us up to 7,000 troops. We are officially significantly stronger than Castile now. So I'm very, very glad about that. Any other constructions that we can do? Well, we just finished a construction down here. We actually have a building slot that we can put in, and it's going to be blacksmiths at this time. Wonderful. And then this, of course, is going to be our military duchy. We're not in position to get this all put together yet. That's going to be interesting how we handle this. We're going to have to hand out a lot of this territory. No, we're not letting this guy out of prison. That is not a thing that's happening right now. We did finish up our culture conversion, so we actually need to continue to promote culture. This is currently Basque, so we want to continue to work our way through this, right? So we're going to head out over this direction. We're getting close to getting a faith conversion, which is great. We're very pleased about that. Our heir is unmarried, and she is 20. Interesting. The King of Castile. That's not great because it needs to be matrilineal. Wait, he would accept a matrilineal marriage? Why? Why would he accept this? Okay. That sounds good. Our wife is 54. We're unlikely to have other children. So she is the Queen of Castile. We're now set up to inherit Castile. Well, that was interesting. I don't know why it allowed me to do that. Well, specifically, why this guy allowed me to do that. Why are you in a matrilineal marriage with our heir? I don't know. I don't know why he was okay with it, but he was okay with it. So, cool. Because of that, I'm also okay with it. So we're going to have to rework a number of these castles that are down here. I see a lot of them are economic focused right now. We're definitely going to have to change those around. So getting our economy duchy online is really still the highest priority, although we're going to want to revoke this guy's titles now that we can. Yes. We can revoke his titles without being viewed as a tyrant, and we absolutely will do that. So we don't want to hold these bishoprics, that's for sure. We're going to grant those out. However, Toledo and Malagon we do want to hold. So we probably make Toledo be our capital now. So we would change our... Where's the button for this again? Move realm capital here. Yes. So this will become the new realm capital. And that means that we can hand out Pamplona at this point. So we'll grant that over to a noble of the Basque culture. That's fine. So that's now done, and now we have Malagon here as well. So we might want to consider handing out one of these titles here, perhaps Jaka. Yeah, let's do that for now, and we can hold something like this. So, of course, we're going to want to revoke these castle titles eventually. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. There's going to be a lot of potential castle titles here. And then there's, of course, all of these titles, which there's a lot of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means that we're going to be looking at a minimum of a domain limit of 13. So that's a thing. That's going to be quite a thing. Noted. We do have the Duchy title of Toledo at this point. Do we have the Duchy of Aragon? The answer is no. Do we want to create it? Kinda no, honestly. Also, what would our succession actually look like? Okay, yeah, she is potentially a problem. And of course, we can't disinherit her, unfortunately. We're on Confederate partition right now. And in theory, we could move to high partition. The Countess of Vizcaya is the one that doesn't approve of this. She's Catholic and Basque. She's only 16. She has minus 100 opinion on us. She wants a seat on the council. So that's going to be a big part of this. Right, we're going to have to handle these situations. That's going to be a big part of this. What is she good at? She is good at intrigue. We could replace this guy. That boosts her up to 52. She doesn't like our hunchback. Fair enough. Not rightful liege, huh? Okay. Well, that's some of it. So if we wanted to change to high partition, which we normally wouldn't be able to do, but we can change to high partition at this point because of our culture, we would still need to get her to a positive opinion of us. So a big part of that, minus 40 from Hunchbacked overall. Okay. That's interesting. We could certainly work on swaying her. We could send her a gift. 33 opinion would be what we get for 145 gold. I think a sway is the way to go here. So we'll do that for now. Cool. Now, down in Toledo, we're currently running mansions. This is definitely kind of economic focused. Station men-at-arms damage. Right. We need to decide how we want to specialize these castles. Heavy infantry. So we should definitely move our armored footmen to be stationed in Toledo then. Yeah, it's only 3.2 compared to like 6.4 that they get from the keep over here. But that is what I want to do. Once we upgrade this castle, that should be solved. So that means that we want to start replacing some of these. Particularly, this would be heavy cavalry only. Okay, so I want to replace this with like a barracks for right now. So we're going to get that switched over. We're going to need to station our men-at-arms here. Will be fine. And then our light horsemen, we're going to station, say, here for now. Because of the keep upgrades, these are going to be a little bit better for us at this moment. That's okay. I do want to come down over here. We need to decide how we want to specialize this castle. And I think we probably want to make spearmen go here, most likely. Or archers. Spearmen or archers. Either would be reasonable here. I think for the moment we're going to put in a militia camp here. Well, we have 2 units of archers, we have 1 unit of pikemen. So let's get an archer specialized location here. So we'll get a militia camp going in Malagon. That'll be fine. Beautiful, and we're making a good amount of money at this point. Hunting towers finished in Zaragoza. We're certainly going to continue to upgrade that. Magnificent. And the question is, can we upgrade this? Yes, Andalusia Baronis does have battlements. So we should, hello pause menu, we should work towards getting both of these castles upgraded. That is going to be a high priority here. Cool. So we've got that all under control. That was a big power play. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, I guess we'll see if we manage to inherit Castile or not. That's going to be very interesting. They're on male preference partition, which should be close enough to our male preference Confederate partition that we should get at least a good chunk of it. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.